We have a couple of housekeeping items. We had a finance meeting. We went to executive session, and we got to adjourn from that. I'm glad everybody came this evening. We're going to have a quick meeting. We'll be out by 10. You guys are welcome to stay. We love this kind of a crowd at our council meetings, and we love that everybody's interested in it. But anyways, Mr. Shields?
Council came out of executive session at 6:36 p.m., and I'll make a motion to adjourn finance.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we're adjourned. And now I'd like to call this June 23rd, 2025 council meeting to order. If you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Will the clerk please call the roll?
DeSalvo.
Present.
Hare.
Here.
Rose.
Here.
Shields.
Here.
Simmons.
Here.
Simpson.
Here.
Coin.
Here. Reading of the minutes?
Mr. President,
Mr. Shields?
I move that the minutes of the regular meeting of June 9, 2025, as prepared and submitted by the clerk, be approved.
Second.
Any discussion on the minutes? Will the clerk please call the roll on the approval of the minutes?
Hare.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Yes.
Simmons.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Coin.
Yes.
DeSalvo.
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0.
Reports of standing committees. The Finance Committee met prior to council, as we do every 2 weeks. We'll meet again next council meeting. Health, Safety, and Sanitation, Mr. Simpson.
Thank you, Mr. President. No meeting scheduled, nothing to report.
Public Properties, Mr. Shields.
Thank you, Mr. President. No meeting scheduled, no report this evening.
Special Legislation, Mr. Rose.
Thank you, Mr. President. No meeting scheduled, nothing to report.
Streets and Sidewalks, Ms. Hare.
Thank you, Mr. President. Nothing to report and no meeting scheduled.
Water and Utilities, Mr. Simmons.
Thank you, Mr. President. No meeting scheduled, nothing to report.
Emerging Technologies, Mrs. Salvo.
Thank you, Mr. President. We have a meeting scheduled to follow the budget meeting on Wednesday, the 25th. I'm not sure of the time, but it will be immediately following the budget meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, request for council action. We have several for the Finance Committee. 25-136, budget amendments. 25-137, MCRC amend ordinance 7424, day pass rates. 25-138, engineering design services, job number 1180, Uptown Multipurpose Path. 25-139, engineering design services, job number 1179, East Smith Road reconstruction. 25-140, construction agreement, South Court Street Water Tower property. 25-141, expenditure to SPCA annual contribution. And 25-142, fair market value estimates for North Huntington Street. Reports of municipal officers. Mayor Hamwell.
Thank you, Mr. President. The 40th Annual Medina County Sports Hall of Fame was held at the Galaxy this past Friday in Wadsworth, June 20th. I just wanted to thank the Morning Kiwanis for organizing and presenting this event each year, and congratulations to all this year's inductees. Square events, the farmers markets will continue through May 31st and through June, July, August, and September. Medina Community Band concerts each Friday in June and July starting at 7 p.m. And they also do July 4th, which just happens to be on a Friday this year. And they're always weather dependent. They'll have them if it's a light rain, but they won't have them if it's lightning for the safety of everybody. The Medina County Board of Developmental Disabilities Ice Cream Social is on Medina Public Square Thursday, June 26th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. The fireworks this year and every year are July 3rd at dark, and we do this in collaboration with the City of Medina, Medina Township, and Montville Township. And the rain date, although we've never had to have one, is July 6th. The Twin Sizzler races are July 4th from 6 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., so the square will be pretty congested for that, as well as the farmers market. Ormaco Jazz and Opera Under the Stars is July 5th from 7 to 9. And Rising Stars Theater Program Summer Performance is July 10th, 12th, and the 13th from 3 p.m. To 5 p.m. I'm sorry, 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Up on the square as well. And I mentioned first the Sports Hall of Fame, and we have some sports teams here with us tonight. and we're going to present mayoral proclamations to the Medina Middle School U14 girls rugby team as the 2025 state champions. And then when we're done with the ladies, we will move on to the Medina High School varsity boys rugby team, as they are also 2025 state champions. So at this point, I would invite the girls rugby team up front, please.
Listen to those medals clang.
Coaches can come over here, if you will, please. So this is a City of Medina proclamation in recognition of Medina Middle School U14 girls rugby team state champions 2025. Whereas Medina Middle School U14 girls rugby team completed an extraordinary 2025 season with an undefeated record of 15 wins and 0 losses, showcasing their dominance, discipline, and unwavering commitment to excellence. And whereas on May 18th, 2025, the team triumphed in the Rookie Rugby Cleveland City Championship held at St. Ignatius High School, earning a hard-fought victory over Hudson with a final score of 26-19. And whereas the team continued their incredible season by capturing the Rookie Rugby Ohio State Championship on May 25th, 2025 at Eris Park in North Canton, defeating Hudson once again in a thrilling 38-26 victory. And whereas this championship marks the team's third state title, adding to their previous wins in 2022 and 2024, and further solidifying their legacy as one of the premier middle school rugby programs in the state. Whereas the players, under the guidance of their dedicated coaches, have exemplified teamwork, perseverance, and sportsmanship. And now, therefore, I, Dennis Hanwell, Mayor of the City of Medina, and the members of the Medina City Council do hereby commend each member and coach for their hard work. Winning the state championship is a great accomplishment for our community. I present this to you.
I just want to say on behalf of Medina Rugby and our middle school program, we thank the community for everything they've done for us and the support they've given to us, the parents, the players. I don't know if every girl's here. I think we're missing a few, but we had 17 young ladies. They actually outscored their opponents by 700 points this season. We gave up very little points. Defense wins games, wins championships. You see that in the boys' game as well. It's what we try and teach these girls is, to fight everything they can do to win and compete, and that's what they did. We're very proud of them.
Stand up. I think we're supposed to. That's what he asked us. Do you want to stand up? Yeah. Way to go, girls. Congratulations. Nice job, Coach.
Tall ones in the back. There's a lot of them.
I think it's the same as football.
Is it?
I think so. Yep, pretty new hairstyle. Nice looking little baby. And this side is curly up.
It's all coming back, you know, what it was. Yeah. Yeah, some of them are a little tall.
We are going to extend
Yeah. Yeah, I feel real short now. They didn't look as tall over there.
Turn the mic on. This is a City of Medina proclamation in recognition of the Medina High School Varsity Boys Rugby Team State Champions 2025. Congratulations, men. Whereas the Medina High School Varsity Boys Rugby Team has demonstrated exceptional athleticism, resilience, and teamwork through the 2025 season, achieving an impressive overall record of 10 wins and only 1 loss. And whereas the team earned the title of Western Reserve West Conference champions, showing consistent dominance and dedication in every match throughout the regular season. And whereas on May 31st, 2025, at the Fortress Obetz Stadium, the team captured the Rugby Ohio Single School State Championship, defeating a strong Watkins Memorial squad by a score of 30-17. And whereas this victory marks the program's second state championship title, joining their previous win in 2022, and represents their 5th consecutive appearance in the state championship match. And whereas the players, coaches, and support staff have exemplified the highest standards of sportsmanship, leadership, and perseverance while proudly representing the values of Medina High School and the greater Medina community. Now therefore, I, Dennis Hanwell, Mayor of the City of Medina, and the members of the Medina City Council do hereby commend each member and coach for their hard work. Winning this state championship is a great accomplishment for our community. I present this on behalf of the city.
I'd like to thank Mayor Hanwell and the rest of the city council for honoring us here tonight. You know, there's a lot of literal blood, sweat, and tears that go into what we do here. And just like with our girls team, we scored 522 points to, I think, our opponent's 75 or 78 points, something like that. So, you know, the theme with our club here is defense, and we pride ourselves on not giving up a lot of points. And if you don't know much about our club, we consider ourselves one big family. So from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade, boys and girls, we're one big club, we're one big team. And all our coaches, we all coach the same philosophy and the same way to play rugby. And I think that's what breeds a lot of our success. So thanks for honoring us here tonight. What's that? Oh, they're not here yet. They're en route. Yes, tariffs.
Okay, we'll do photos now.
Congratulations, Doug.
So now, going out for ice cream.
That's right.
I guess we can give a chance for people to leave if they want, but I know nobody wants to leave.
Are you guys going out for ice cream now?
Maybe I'm wrong.
Congratulations.
Nice
You
job,
really know
guys.
you really know how to clear a room, John.
That was important. anything.
That's right.
Oh, John, you really know how to clear a room.
I just said that. We can't hold a meeting together. Everybody left. We
And congratulations to the parents, too.
Yeah.
With this on it, too.
Well, we lost a few people.
Must have been something you said.
They didn't want to hear Keith talk.
Oh. Okay.
I'm done, Mr. Quinn.
Thank you, Mr. Durham, Director of Finance.
I'm really disappointed. I thought everybody was here to hear about the tax budget. But,
No, they weren't.
I have two items on the agenda. The last two, I'll address those when we get there.
Mr. Huber, Law Director.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no report.
Mrs. Marshall, Economic Development Director.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just one item to note for council this evening. Talked to our consultant for the Yosunoko site, and they did find an additional 3 orphan tanks at the site, and those were pooled, and soil samples were sent to the lab last Friday, so they're waiting for the results to come back from that. They did remove contaminated soil that they could visually see using something called a photoionization detector. The dirt or fill that they put back in was all clean fill dirt, so they couldn't leave that hole open for a week, so for public safety reasons. So once we get those results back, then they will put together a package of all the lab information, all the photos, and then they send in an application to Buster, which is the Bureau of Underground Storage Tank Regulations under Department of Commerce, and we'll request a no further action letter, which we need that NFA no further action letter before we can move forward with any development. But keep in mind that Campbell Oil still has their monitoring well, and they did their soil borings, so we need to get results from that back, or they do, and Buster will be monitoring that, and the goal is for that to also get a no further action. So we need both of those in order to move forward with any development. The no further action is something that comes from the state of Ohio, and that usually takes a couple of weeks once the application is sent in. So we will continue to keep council posted as the project moves forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Chief Kinney, Police Department.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no report.
Mr. Toth, LST Director.
Thank you, Mr. President. Through May, the life support team responded to 1,643 calls for the city of Medina. That's 111 more than last year. For all 3 entities, we've responded to 2,529 calls, and that's 199 more than last year. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Broccoli, Service Director.
Thank you, Mr. President. Real brief, we had a water break Saturday evening on Route 18 just east of Vershawn. It resulted in quite a bit of pavement blowing out. So we have some cones there diverting traffic in the westbound lane. At this point, we're working with the contractor to get that repaired and resurfaced hopefully by Wednesday. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Gladys, Building Official.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no report.
Mr. Patton, City Engineer.
Thank you, Mr. President. Next Monday, June 30th, East Reagan, starting at 7 a.m. and lasting for about 8 hours on East Reagan, will be down to 1 lane. Traffic will be maintained with flaggers and signage, very similar to the work zone we utilized on East Reagan earlier this year. It's just a one-day closure. And also, I think I mentioned a few weeks ago, the closure of West Smith for a day to allow for railroad repairs. That was delayed. They have decided, we've asked them to do it after hours. They have agreed they are going to do it after hours. I don't have the date yet, but we will certainly notify the public via our website.
Thank you. Chief Walters, Fire Department.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no report.
Mr. Dutton, Planning and Community Development Director.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no report.
Thank you. Notices, communications, petitions, there are none. There's no unfinished business. Introduction of visitors. Members of the public will be permitted the opportunity to speak on any issue or concern which pertains to the city during a portion of the council agenda devoted to introduction of visitors. All comments shall be directed to the chair, and a reasonable time limit of approximately 5 minutes will be imposed. If there's a group, please appoint a spokesperson. Speakers should approach the rear microphone and state their name and address so it can be entered into the minutes. Members of the public will be afforded the opportunity to comment on other portions of the meeting as determined by the chair or by a vote of the majority of council members present. Is there anybody that wishes to address council at this time? We had a lot of people, now we're down to 3. Anybody? Okay. All right, introduction and consideration of ordinances and resolutions. At this time, I'd entertain a motion to suspend the rules requiring 3 readings on the following ordinances and resolutions. Ordinance 11725, 11825, 11925, and Resolution 12025.
Mr. President,
Mr. Shields?
I'll move to suspend the rules requiring 3 readings of tonight's ordinances and resolutions.
Second.
Any discussion on the motion to suspend the rules? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Yes.
Simmons.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Coin.
Yes.
DeSalvo.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0.
Ordinance 11725, ordinance authorizing expenditure to Central Square Technologies for the subscription and annual maintenance agreement for the computer-aided dispatch and report management system for the police department.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Chief Kinney.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is our annual maintenance contract for our CAD RMS software by Central Square Technologies.
Any further discussion? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Shields.
Yes.
Simmons.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Coin.
Yes.
DeSalvo.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Ordinance 11725 passes 7-0.
Ordinance 11825, an ordinance authorizing the purchase of one 2025 Freightliner high compaction rear load sanitation truck from Municipal Equipment, Inc. for the sanitation department.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Pacoli.
Thank you, Mr. President. So this is a result of council allowing us to join membership with HGAC BUY. It's a national purchasing program similar to our state capital purchasing program. This is a savings of about $50,000 on a 25-yard high compaction unit with some thicker steel, and we're hopeful that the truck works out better than the last purchases we've had. We've seen hoppers failing at 7-8 years into the use. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Simmons.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Coin.
Yes.
DeSalvo.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Yes.
Ordinance 11825 passes 7-0.
Ordinance 11925, ordinance amending ordinance number 20924, passed November 25th, 2024, amendments to the 25 budget.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Durham.
Thank you, Mr. President. These are mostly to cover advances as we discussed at Finance.
Any further discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Simpson.
Yes.
Coin.
Yes.
DeSalvo.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Yes.
Simmons.
Yes.
Ordinance 11925 passes 7-0.
Resolution 12025, a resolution adopting a tax budget of the city of Medina, Ohio for the fiscal year beginning January 1st, 2026, and submitting the same to the Medina County Auditor.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Durham.
Thank you, Mr. President. I think the big news is something that didn't happen. The state legislature, we were informed, is probably not going to move forward on dropping inside millage, so everything should stay the way it was. You have the figures there from the prior 5-year plans, so you've seen this all before, but any questions, let me know.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Clerk, please call the roll on adoption of the resolution.
Coin.
Yes.
DeSalvo.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Yes.
Simmons.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Resolution 120
Council comments.
passes 7-0.
Mr. Simpson.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just want to remind everybody, you know, there's a lot going on in this country and around the world that for a lot of people is very frightening. The only thing I recommend, and I'm sure we all recommend, is that we look out for each other. And one of the simplest things to make people's lives easier is just be kind to one another. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Hare?
And then touching on Denny's comments, it's an interesting time that we're living in right now. Yes, be kind to each other, be helpful. And if you find yourself in a situation where you need some help, don't be afraid to reach out and ask for it. You've got council members up here that are willing to help you. There are churches in our community that are there to help, our administrators in the city, and a lot of nonprofits that go above and beyond to not only help our residents here in the city of Medina, but county, and then even extending outside of our county. So don't do this alone if you are having trouble and you need some help. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Simmons?
Yes, our Medina Breakfast Kiwanis Club hosted our 40th Sports Hall of Fame. Want to thank Mayor Dennis Handwell for MC, and shout out to Jared for sending Chris and Marcus to cover the evening. We missed past inductee Mr. Coyne, but the event recognized any high school athlete recognized as an all-county Gazette athlete. And as I said, we had almost 500 people at this banquet, so it was nice for our youth, our kids.
Good, thank you. Anybody miss that? Mrs. Salvo?
Go ahead.
Sorry, thank you. Sure, I just wanted to say thank you, Mayor, for sending out that little missive last week, and and Chief Kinney, thank you for sending your officers out to just ensure everyone's safety. Appreciate that.
Mr. Rose?
Thank you, Mr. President. Today I saw what could be, in today's times, a strange sight. There were 3 teenage boys walking along Reagan Parkway and not a phone in sight. It was nice to, it was nice to see that.
Thank you. Anything else? Hearing nothing, the meeting is adjourned.